Welcome back to Essick Farms. So today we're going to check the back side of the farm, check the fence, make sure everything is good. I think the cows are ready to see something different. Then we're going to take the 5075, hook it up to the disc, and disc the 1 acre cornfield. So hit that thumbs up and we'll get started. Well, it looks like we got a widowmaker here, but it's stuck up there pretty good. So I'm not really worried about it right now, but it is something that I'll have to deal with. All right, this is the corner of the farm. Well, actually the corner's out there somewhere, but this is the corner of the fence on the farm. And the fence looks good through here, but that is one tree there that I'm always worried about might fall with a big windstorm. It's a giant pine tree. So here's a problem that is waiting to happen. And what could happen is maybe a deer jumps the fence, wobbles it or something, or a tree limb falls and hits it, and this piece here jumps over. Well, now it's touching the wire on the fence, and that will kill the whole thing. So that needs to be taken care of. There we go. Here's a problem of a different kind. All this honeysuckle and briars and stuff will grow over this, and that'll push that fence up against it. Look, little bird nest. Well, I was gonna spray it with poison, but since the bird's there, I'm gonna have to just trim it. All right, that's better. I'll come back after the little bird is hatched and spray some poison down through this line. This line through here always grows up with that dog fennel and stuff. I try to keep it sprayed down every year. Right here's the corner post of this part of the farm. That fence goes down there, and over there is the barn. And it comes up to here and goes all the way straight out to the road. So I have to drive all the way around, come over here to check this part down through there. All right, I got all the briars down with my handy dandy stick here. So the fence that goes up here and all the way around to the buildings and stuff, that's not done yet. I had to replace the fence up there, so it's not even on. So I don't need this section here on. So what I'm gonna do is put an insulator, a connector here. So that way it'll give me power all the way around to this point right here. So putting a connector on is really easy, but what I don't think you should do, or what I don't do, is put it right here, because this wire will be hot. When you unhook it, this wire is still hot, and you might accidentally grab it not thinking about it, or hit your leg with it or something, and it'll give you a real bad shock. So what I do is put it at the end of the insulator that's at the end of the fence, and that way when you unhook it, all this will be dead. So what I do is I put the connector at the end of the fence, and I cut it right in half of the connector. That way you'll have enough to loop and enough to go through the end of the and if you have a straight fence that's not looped around the insulator, you want to hold on to it, because if you don't, it'll shoot down through there. All right, so now I got this. I can twist it around. Now take the end of this Make sure the hook is down. Just kind of temporarily hook it up there. See, didn't have enough there. There we go. Put the hook. I'm gonna wrap this around. Edit this part out. Wrap it around. And I like to widen my hook just to make sure you don't have to wrestle with it when you unhook it. It should be easy to put on, take off. Once you do that, come back here, pull this tight, and then just wrap it around the end. So now I got the connection on. So all I gotta do is unplug it, and this side will be dead, so I can hook it to the fence, and that's where the power will end on this insulator. All right, the fence should be good to go, so we'll go back up here to the barn and get the cows and let them in. Now, they'll probably think that they're gonna come down here to the Saturday field. This is what I call the Saturday field. But they're gonna be disappointed because I don't have the temporary fence up yet. That's next on my list, though. All right, on to the second part of the day. We are in the 5075E. Going to hook up to the disc, and we're going to disc the 1 acre cornfield. I'm hoping to plant corn in it again this year. All right, we got the 75 hooked up to the disc. It's a 24 blade disc, very heavy. And I haven't used this tractor this winter. Basically just sit in the building, so I wanted to get it out and get it running a little bit. All right, I adjusted the top link, so I want the front blades to dig kind of deep, and I want the back blades just to kind of fluff it out a little bit. I may have to adjust it again. I'm gonna run about 30 foot or something just to see what it looks like. All right, that looks pretty good. I think what I'll do is just go over the field and then come back. And once it digs down a little bit, the second time I come around, it should dig a lot deeper and fluff it out a little bit more. All right, so I went through the first time and it looks really good. I had the disc tilted, so the front part was digging a little deeper and the back part was just kind of fluffing it up. So now I'm going back here and lower it so it's flat, so that both sets of discs are just kind of fluffing everything up. All right, so I take the top link, turn it, and what that does is push it this way, so that will raise the front up and make the back kind of sit, so it'll be sitting level. Looks really good. That 75 does a good job. Got everything flipped over, nice and fluffy. So I'll probably come back a couple more times and disc it again. Tilt the disc with the front disc down so it digs a little deeper, and then come back and flatten it back out and do that a couple more times. And then hopefully I'll be able to plant corn again. So the cows seem happy. They're back there in the woods, and they haven't been back there since the summer of last year, because I always lock them up here in the front part. So they're exploring new stuff back in there. So I'm glad to get that taken care of. Got the field disced up. 75 did really good on the disc. So I'm glad to get that done. That was two main things I wanted to get done today. Still got a lot of other stuff to do. I got to get my temporary fence up for the Saturday field. put that up, so to move the cows down there. I got to fix the fence up here at the building where I had to take down, and I also got to get my different sections up of the temporary fence for moving the cows around. So always something to do, even on a small farm. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a comment down below, leave a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time here on the farm.